Hey there guys, Tom here. Welcome back to my movie channel and thank you very much for joining me for this, my review of Season 2 of The Boys. And now I will be talking about spoilers in this video, so if you have not seen Season 2 of The Boys or you haven't finished the season yet and you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this video, just add it to your watch later list and then come back and join me for this video once you've seen The Boys Season 2. And if you haven't been here before, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so you never miss out on my take on whatever I'm talking about, because quite frankly, there hasn't been much to talk about in the last 6 months. I was a big fan of the first season of The Boys. I thought it was a really unique and fresh, different kind of superhero show, something that we haven't seen before. I thought Amazon Prime did a great job with this show, and I love the characters, I love the story. I know it's based on like a graphic novel or a comic book. I really did enjoy Season 1, so I was very much looking forward to Season 2, and the season finale, I watched it last night. Listen, I like Season 2 better than Season 1. I thought Season 1 was great. I did find Season 1 at certain points, I did find it, its pacing to be a little bit off, and I thought that the show was, a little bit slow at times. Season 2 to me was, with a couple of exceptions here and there, Season 2 to me, it was great from start to finish. It kept its pace, it kept its momentum. The intensity of this show just amped up every single episode. The Boys is one of those shows to me where, and it might be the only real show that this has happened to that I've watched, where you're watching The Boys, and this happened in Season 1, but it happened way more in Season 2, where they would do something in an episode, and you'd go, right, okay, surely that's as crazy as this show can possibly get. How much further can they push the crazy? How much further can they stretch the R rating? Because the show, as you know, is extremely R-rated. And I just feel like every episode in Season 2, I'm like, okay, I've seen everything that The Boys Season 2 has to offer as far as crazy goes. And then you get to the episode where they're like, hey, guess what? Superhero sex scene. That's something we haven't seen before, and it was glorious. Because I feel like with the whole build-up of Season 2 between Stormfront and Homelander, and my god, I love the Stormfront character. She might have been like the second most compelling character in the show this season, aside from Homelander, who I will talk about in a second. I love the Stormfront character, even though she is, spoiler alert, quite the Nazi bitch. But then you get to this episode where, like, the whole season, they've been building up this, like, love-hate sexual tension between Homelander and Stormfront, and I had this suspicion that I'm like, eventually those two are gonna, they're gonna hit it, and then this crazy sex scene happens at the end of the episode, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on right now? This is like the most crazy batshit show I've ever seen in my life, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. Now let me jump back and talk about Homelander for a second. Season 1 was really about the boys themselves coming together, and it was really about, Billy Butcher and Huey and, that team taking on Vought and the superheroes. But in Season 2, it was more of a character study really of Homelander, and Anthony Starr as Homelander, I mean, he is a great actor. The way he's able to humanize this superpowered maniac, and the way that this show deals with, okay, these are or were just ordinary people who were made into superheroes. These superheroes weren't born with powers. They were made by a corporate entity to be superheroes. So how does someone like a Homelander deal with this? And I love that this show, especially in Season 2, really delved into Homelander's psyche and his emotional struggles, and you feel like that little bit in Homelander he's that little bit unhinged, so that I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I don't know. That just went like that. How the thought was gone. Oh well. Homelander is a dick, but in Season 2, of course, they did go more into, Homelander's sort of mental state, because he's a little bit nuts. Even though, he could kill everybody if he wanted to very, very quickly, you do kind of feel like, he's a bit of a sympathetic character, where there are certain moments throughout the show where I'm like, Homelander's got a point. I think due to Anthony Starr's performance and due to the brilliant writing of this show, Homelander is actually the most compelling character in the show, in my opinion. Oh, how great it must be to jerk off on top of a building. Okay, so before I cover the season finale, let me just talk about some of the things that didn't really work for me in season 2, namely the Deep and that whole Church of the Collective storyline. I didn't really care, to be honest with you. The most interesting thing in season 2 with the Deep that happened was when the boys are on the boat and they hit the whale, and once again, the Deep loses an animal. In season 1, it was the dolphin flying over the hood of the car. In this one, they all crash into the whale, which that was hilarious. But, the Deep's trying to get back into the Seven, and then he gets involved with this Church of the Collective, and they're trying to, reshape him or rehabilitate him or something. But I just didn't care. I really didn't. Anytime those scenes came up, I was like, whatever, And A-Train's different. He also joined the church with the Deep, but he also had a lot more interactions with the rest of the characters as well. So I feel like with A-Train, they were building to something with him, but with the Deep, I still don't know where they're going with that character. It's like, what is the plan here? It just didn't feel like they knew what to do with him the entire season, so they just stuck him in a church and said, just sit there and pretend that, you're going through some shit. I don't know. I didn't care about the Deep this season, but that was really my only one big criticism of this season. Okay, let's talk about the season finale. The season finale was great. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I did enjoy the penultimate episode, episode 7. I think I liked that episode more than I did the season finale, mainly because you had that scene with Black Noir fighting Starlight, and you had Lamplighter burning himself to death, and Blacklighter being, having a nut allergy and all that. That was great. But the season finale, I watched it last night. It was so good. This show's so good. This show has the ability to keep surprising us, keep subverting our expectations. And I had plenty of theories about where I thought this season was going. And I gotta tell you, I don't think any of them came true. My favorite scene is Stormfront showing up, and then you have Starlight, Kimiko, and Maeve all beating up Stormfront. That was incredible. Girls really do get it done, as Frenchie said. She's going to stick her foot up your kitty. And then, of course, we have the really compelling ending where you have Homelander's son killing Stormfront, or maybe killing Stormfront. I don't know that he actually killed her, because Homelander says at the end that they've got her locked up somewhere, but I don't know. I get the feeling she's gonna somehow reform herself. I don't know what they're gonna do with that character. I get the feeling she'll be back because she was an incredibly popular character, and that's what TV shows do. But man, when you accidentally kill your own mother, I mean, that's gotta screw you up, right? That's gotta screw you up. I did feel like, at the end of the episode where Maeve shows up and she shows the video of the airplane crash, and she said, you're gonna let them go because if you don't, or if you kill us, this is going to, be uploaded to the internet. I don't know. I felt like that's a bit of a sort of not just a bit of a like a convenience in the plot, because he could kill them all really quickly. And Vought tends to have a way of, spinning things with PR. So I feel like there was a way out of that for Homelander. But I'm glad he didn't kill Billy Butcher and Maeve, because I feel like with season 3, where they're going is you're going to end up with Homelander versus the boys and the rest of the 7 that have all turned against him. I think that's where this show's going. I think ultimately this show is leading to Homelander just completely losing the plot and just going on a murderous rampage. It's going to be like Brightburn tried to be, but better. And actually, if you wanted to cross over, if you wanted to talk about some shared cinematic universe, Homelander is the kid in Brightburn. Just saying. So now at the end of season 2, the boys have all gone off. They're all doing their own thing. Mother's Milk is back with his wife and child. Frenchie and Kimiko are doing whatever they're doing. Huey's got a job with the government lady who can apparently blow people's heads up, and that's really interesting. I'm very curious to see where they take that storyline in particular. I don't really know what Billy Butcher's going to do, but there'll be something in season 3 that's going to bring them all back together. I think it's going to be the lady that can explode all their heads. I think they're going to have to go after her. But of course, I'm dying to see season 3. I don't know when we're going to get it. They don't even know when they're going to start shooting it because of what's happening right now. But what did you guys think of The Boys Season 2? I loved it. I thought it was better than Season 1. I'm really excited for the potential of a Season 3 and what that could bring. Bring it the fuck on is all I can say. It cannot come soon enough. Thank you very much for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit that subscribe button, ring that notifications bell so you never miss out on my take on all things movies. Thank you for watching. My name is Tom, and I will see you guys next time.